Cool, bro. Do your thing. On Wednesday? Yeah, that's the only one I got to do now is the Libra.
One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Coming out with it, it's Sategna. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. The Sooners offense will start this game off. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Looking for space, it's Ott. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13.
All right.
They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. 3rd down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. The Sooners will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. So BYU's offense will take the field for the first time. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. Right midfield, he's got room. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate.
He got a fumble that, bro.
There between him and the defense.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Runs through the tackle. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go
this
give it a
nigga
shot.
finna kick it out of bounds.
He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. And he missed it.
He could have kicked that bitch for sure.
Miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Pocket breaking down.
Oh, you gotta hold it.
Deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Safe have to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Finding an escape route. They work
Bro,
that
what?
running game down
Did he
to
not
the
get flipped? Am I tripping? Look at this. Literally falling backwards, bro. Stood straight up and got to the tackle. That's what threw me off.
3 on the carry.
That's
like
it
how the
threw
running
me
back
off.
didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
To the air, it's Mateer. Got it in the middle, it's Wheeler. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Flush down to the pocket. Lets it fly deep down.
Bro, he threw it out of.
Into the end zone, and it's picked off.
How you overthrow him?
Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable.
Second INT.
Breaking on the quarterback and going and getting that big play.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Now the play fake. The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in
trip,
the water
bro.
in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athletic.
There he goes.
Come on, hey, you gotta get to the touchdown off that move, nigga. Yikes, that move
Now
was
the
filthy.
Oklahoma offense will go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The Sooners are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
So on offense, you got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line. Now on the option. Oh, he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose.
Wee!
Cover their own fumble.
Nigga fumbled that bitch so quick.
Got that thing back. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top, and we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out
Boy,
the stats
fumbled
so
that
far.
bitch so weak.
Heading in the
Why the
opposite
quarter
direction
went so
now as
fast,
we
though,
crank
is
it
my
up in the
question.
second.
Definitely going for it on 4th.
A long way to go on 4th and goal. Quarterback making checks. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He is knocked out of bounds and could not get there. A stop on 4th and goal. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. Caught in the backfield.
Oh, I missed.
Turning it on.
I missed.
Just a layer too short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The Cougars come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The toss to the outside. All down, but they'll move
They
the
gave
sticks
him
as
first.
he picks up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials
quit
take a break
playing
to let him be
around, bro.
checked out. They'll put it in play from their own 12-yard line. 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a 15-yard gain.
That's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freezed the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Ryan.
Caught
They'll
that.
mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
And look, I know they don't have a big explosive play on this drive, but you gotta love the way the quarterback is making good decisions. He's reading coverage. The ball is going where it needs to go, and as a result, this offense is piling up first downs.
Gonna let it fly. It's caught. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow.
My nigga got hurt tackling.
Before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Cougars had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is...
Next going for the goal line.
That's crazy.
Finish the run in the end zone.
I'm losing. Oh my god. I had 2 fucking touchdowns I threw away.
After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from
Let's go ahead and just
position.
score.
You can still fight your way out, go get you a touchdown. That's a great drive by the offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined.
Wow,
job
why you
by the
so
Cougars
fucking
unit to get
slow,
down
bro?
there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Pulls it, fired complete. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the
Bro,
football. That's why the ball's
these
coming out of his
niggas
arms so
is
quickly. That's
everywhere.
why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Grab near the marker, it's Burks. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They've got the screen set up. He stopped a little bit short. They'll mark
4th
it
and
at
2.
the 38. It's 4th down.
Can't go for this.
One of the things I love about this defense is they
Here
just
goes
have such
MG.
great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do
And
to
BYU
make the
got the
tackle
ball
to force the
first.
punt. That is so well done.
And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance. run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much room.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to
We're
build
about
on
to start
the lead
throwing the
before
ball
going to the locker
fast
room.
as shit now.
First down here for the offense. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. Snags it inside.
Nigga just got fucking burnt.
Once he found open space, the band might as well start.
Nigga, nobody got. That's the fastest I've ever seen them hike the ball, bro. I'm down with.
To be able to throw the football,
Well,
Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the
let me
catch.
go with this stupid ass game, man. I gotta get crazy.
And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here.
That's
has to
pass
really dial
interference,
in. It's
bro.
important
He's literally
in
holding the
possessions,
nigga.
Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. To the air. It's Mateer. He slings it deep to the left. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Rack that nigga.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. So they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Kent. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw on first down. He fires to the left side.
Well, you gotta throw that to the corner, nigga.
Could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Plenty of time in the pocket, and he'll sling it out to the left. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is really on its heels. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown!
Am I down?
Oklahoma.
That was a really big score here at the end of the first half,
Yeah.
just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Hit hard just as
Bruh, nigga is in the pocket and threw that bitch.
This offensive line's gotta do a
What,
better
bro?
job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
And you gave up the first.
They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. Defense not showing press coverage. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Provo. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution.
That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well. So you have to know where your answers are.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work.
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll have to check his
Damn, light ass hit.
He did get the first down.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the
That's a
offense.
big
There,
3rd down, I can't
You've
lie.
got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Bro, he has to fumble the ball.
42-yard line. BYU has this offense clicking. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Bro, he literally just pushed through all of them.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising.
What
this game
the
so
fuck
far. It's
is
one of the
that?
best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down.
Thank God I switched, because them niggas was lost over there.
Dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, running back gets the give. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll have to get it to the 37 on 3rd down. Here comes the heat.
God.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. This is a game of swings and momentum and a great opportunity.
Ooh, 17 got a
scoring
big
on the last drive. getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all three phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and just stay aggressive. To understand, we've had success.
I threw it late. No, I threw it late.
Change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. That's reeled in. It's Barnes. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
They play everything, bro.
And he'll lose a yard on that one.
This is annoying football, I promise
They
you.
don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill. Go get the running back. Get a tackle for a loss.
Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Makes the catch. It's Thomas.
Gotta get away from him, bro.
Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up second and 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
And the Sooners back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Pass to Sticks, and he may get more. Turning on the Jets. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way.
I'm gonna be sick if I don't get in the end zone.
All they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown Sooners! They take the lead with the 6.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Quarterback extends the play.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
And he's going to bring this one out. That gamble
I need the
did not
bubble.
pay off as they
Give me the
brought
bubble.
it to the 12-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. On the run, it's Martin. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up.
Yeah.
he who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a second down play. The give from the gun. Slips one guy, now he's loose.
He ain't doing that shit again,
They'll
brother.
knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They played with great...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 30. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Back to pass, it's Mateer. The throw to the outside is complete. Inside the 40. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Running to Green.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quick completion on the out route. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And there's so many targets to focus on and so many elite playmakers, and they just lost him. They lost the running back out of the backfield. He catches the football, does the rest, takes it into the end zone. What a nice weapon to have on your team.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Makes a move. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Got the first down and more. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Sooners look to keep this drive humming. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. With the catch, it's Ott. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Sooners are threatening in the red zone. He'll do it himself on the draw. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Using his legs, it's Ott. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. Quick catch on 3rd down. Touchdown Sooners! And they take it in for 6 more points. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he's going to try to return this one. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. To the air on 1st down. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for any... to cut into this big lead. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
I think at this time, you just have to throw caution to the wind. You're down by a lot. You're deep in your own end late, so you're just going to be throwing it. The defense knows it. They're pinning their ears back. You're going to have to get rid of it early.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself?
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So after hitting bankrupt, spinning that wheel of fortune, now this offense can tack a little more onto the lead. They have it first and goal. If they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up. On second and goal, they go right back to it. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the route is on. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. To the air, it's Hillstead. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock?
Touchdown Sooners! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with that touchdown, this one is out of reach.
It is out of reach. A lot of coaches pull their starters, start to build some of that depth, put some other guys in. But listen, keep playing, keep executing. Their job is stop you.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Finds a little space. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Bringing the heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Dropping back, it's Hillstead. Makes the grab. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Throws to the wideout. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. And after this play, the cake will be baked. So now it's 2nd and long. Let's go! Looking to fire. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a